Today on WSRH Extra, we take a look into Election Day.
Also, we celebrate Lion Country Safari's 51st birthday.
Plus, more on a new AP here at the Ridge.
WSRH Extra starts now.
Welcome to this episode of WSRH Extra. I'm Evan Eisenstark.
And I'm Rachel Clark. We're here at Seminole Ridge where many students are taking their first steps into practicing their rights.
That's right, Rachel. Many of our senior Hawks were able to vote for the very first time.
From first-time voters to experts, people all across the nation are headed to the polls. WSRH Extra reporter Anthony Bowie takes us to Election Day.
Vote Joni Martin.
Voting is a right that is offered to every American citizen, and Americans everywhere come out to the polls to vote.
This country was found upon voting, and not many other places in the world have this right.
Many see voting as a way to choose who they want to represent them in government.
It's a privilege that we are given in our country, so we can elect the leaders that we feel help us with our laws.
This election, there has been an increase in voter outreach with websites such as Google, Snapchat, and Spotify, all encouraging people to vote.
I do feel that there is more buzz for some reason going on with this one than I have noticed in the past.
Every election day is always a close and heated race, and this year is no different.
As the midterms come to a close, Republican candidate for Governor Ron DeSantis narrowly beat Democratic candidate Andrew Gillum by a narrow margin of about 56,000 votes. Meanwhile, the heated congressional race between Senator Bill Nelson and former Governor Rick Scott ended with Scott declaring victory. However, an automatic recount must occur before it's confirmed. For WSRH Extra, I'm Anthony Bowie.
The Seminole Ridge Winged Regiment is heading to states this Saturday, getting ready to drum up the competition. WSRH Extra reporter Kayla Wright tells us more about the Winged Regiment.
The Seminole Ridge Winged Regiment is known for their strong performances, strong leaders, and consistently placing in the state finals in Tampa, Florida.
Every year we've gone to state competition. Pretty much since the school opened, there's only been 2 years where we haven't gone to state.
This year, the Hawks' performance is titled "What Will Your Verse Be?", inspired by a poem written by Walt Whitman.
It captures what you will leave behind, kind of like a legacy type of thing.
Drum Major Jordan Gauntlet says that his inspiration is for something that is bigger than himself.
This is something bigger than ourselves, and we're buying into that, and we're really making a nice program out there.
The week leading up to states consists of practicing every day and making sure everything is perfectly in place before finals.
The band's biggest strength is perseverance and the ability to go above and beyond even when it's hard, even when it's tough, which is really, really coming into play this week because we have a practice every day.
We wish our band the best of luck this weekend at state finals in Tampa. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kayla Wright.
Seminole Ridge has a number of new APs this year, including one which students may not know much about. WSRH Extra reporter Samantha Fitzgerald introduces us to Mr. Leyland.
Seminole Ridge's newest AP may be new to the Hawk family, but knows exactly what he's doing.
I've really enjoyed being a part of Hawk Nation. It's been a great year so far. Every day has been filled with, just a lot of fantasticness and joy and excitement, and I'm really excited to be here. I'm pretty familiar with what it has taken to be an AP, and I've been, involved in all of those duties previously. So.
Not only does he help around campus, he looks out for the students too.
One of my mentors had always told me to become a part of something bigger than me, but better because of me. And one of the things I also learned in grad school was to always be helpful, and I feel like I'm best able to do that working with teachers and students and parents.
Mr. Leyland didn't choose this job, it chose him.
Going through education and kind of seeing, what it looked like from an administrative standpoint, it was something that kind of appealed to me and also suited all of my interests and strengths.
For WSRH Extra, I'm Sam Fitzgerald.
Seminole Ridge recently gained a new AP that came from Dwyer High School. WSRH Extra reporter Najra Perez has more about Miss Gilbert Henry.
This year, there have been many new employees at the Ridge, like one of our new APs, Miss Gilbert Henry. She was a teacher previously from Dwyer High School.
I taught for 11 years.
Miss Gilbert Henry is proud to be a part of the Hawk family.
I love Seminole Ridge. It's a very diverse set of kids, a different opportunity for me to branch out and show my love to all the kids.
When asked what she missed about her old school, she had nothing but great things to say, old school and new.
I miss being with a certain set of kids, but I get an opportunity to be with all the kids now as an assistant principal.
Ms. Gilbert Henry is proud to be a part of the Hogg family and loves being an assistant principal here at the Ridge.
I love being an assistant principal.
Each year, Seminole Ridge gains new employees, but they are not just employees, they are family. For WSRH Extra, I'm Naja Perez.
I love being an assistant principal.
On Valentine's Day this year, tragedy struck at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, leaving 17 people dead and our nation reeling from another violent attack on our schools. In the aftermath, the journalism students and teachers teamed up to share their experiences in a new book that hit shelves this month. WSRH Extra reporter Jadlyn Bruce has more on the story.
I'll tell you what I know, and it's probably something I've always known. Evil exists. Evil exists in the world.
Today we're here at Nova Southeastern University where Eric Gardner is holding the press conference for the newly released book titled We Say #NeverAgain, written by teachers and students' firsthand experiences on February 14th and the road ahead.
It helped them. It was doing something other than just kind of sitting in a dark room and crying, because that's kind of what you wanted to do.
Gardner says for the first time his body was able to just let go of his story, which not only helped him cope but helped his students as well.
I couldn't type fast enough because I just wanted to get it off my chest. And what was amazing to me is the post part of it was, for the first time, I could kind of breathe.
Gardner has a strong message that he makes sure to relay to his students.
Light always conquers darkness, and I still believe that.
The book We Say #NeverAgain proves that even after tragedy, you can find light through the darkness. For WSRH Extra, I'm Jadlyn Bruce.
Lion Country Safari, the world's first caged zoo, and this year it turns 51 years old. WSRH Extra reporter Kevin McCarthy has the story.
Lion Country Safari has been a place that families, friends, and tourists can enjoy the beauty of nature without animals being in cages for over 50 plus years.
The park is definitely busiest around the holidays. People are looking for fun activities to do with their families, come take their kids out.
Unlike most zoos, Lion Country Safari has a unique way of protecting the animals from natural disasters.
So our animals that are in the preserve that are more commonly displayed in herd settings and live in herd settings out in open field areas will usually remain that way since it's more natural for them and they kind of have a better understanding of what's going on. Whereas being a prey animal, if we were to put them in barns, they'd kind of be a little bit more panicked and be a little bit more scared, in which case they could hurt themselves.
Most of the staff at Lion Country Safari have their own personal reasons on why they got the job there, whether it be just for fun or for a great opportunity.
I got a job here. I've been in the zoo field for almost 20 years now. I worked 10 years at another institution in Tennessee, and I was tired of the cold. So I came back to South Florida. Actually, I grew up in the Tampa area, so I have family in Florida, and that's kind of what drew me back to the state.
Growing up, I did watch a lot of Steve Irwin, Jeff Corwin, so I kind of grew up watching that and respecting and loving animals. When the opportunity kind of presented itself outside of college, it was a great opportunity. I couldn't say no.
Lion Country Safari is mainly about preserving the planet and trying to prevent animals from going extinct.
I guess if there's one piece of information that I wish that everyone knew, it's that conservation is very important in the work that we do here at the zoo. And it's also an important way that we can help to sort of change the world and prolong everybody's livelihood.
If I would like one guest to know one piece of information, it would be that we only have one planet. Once a species is gone, the species is gone forever. So conservation and education is very important. If we're going to save this planet and save species, we have to do it together and make changes to do so.
For WSRH Extra, I'm Kevin McCarthy.
Food trucks range from sweet to savory treats. However, the Food Truck Invasion is a weekly event you can attend to get a bit of it all. WSRH Extra reporter Alex Kiger has the story.
Most weekdays, the community of Wellington is calm and quiet with nothing to do. But every Thursday night, the community gathers together to experience the diverse foods that this Food Truck Invasion has to offer.
Like the food, there's a diverse amount of food. And it's just, I don't know, you meet new people and it's cool to come together as a community.
Some people who visit have experienced food trucks before. This weekly event is a first for many.
This is my first time ever coming here.
Many people who visit the Food Truck Invasions every Thursday come for more reasons than just one.
My favorite part about the Food Truck Invasion is all of the different types of food because food's great.
Not only does this event bring together the community, it also gives food truck chefs the opportunity to show off skills that have been passed down through generations.
My family love to cook. One of my cousins was a chef in Americus, Georgia, and he cooked it for President Jimmy Carter's mother. And our whole family is cooks.
For family fun to delicious treats, Food Truck Invasion is the place to be. For WSRH Extra, I'm Alex Kiger.
Coming up on WSRH Extra, we see what's going on in sports.
Plus an inside look into last week's football game.
Thanks, guys. Last week, the Seminole Ridge Hawks took on Royal Palm Wildcats. In the first quarter, Seminole Ridge scores on a 56-yard pick six, starting off with the score of 6-0. In the second quarter, the Ridge scores, but the touchdown is called back with a penalty. However, Corey Polk fires back with a 16-yard run into the end zone, making the score 13-0. Going into the second half, Seminole Ridge kept their foot on the throttle the rest of the game, scoring a few more times to blow out Royal Palm 32-0 and take home the title Best in the West. Congrats, Hawks, and good luck next season. At the young age of 13, one Seminole Ridge student was tragically involved in a life-changing accident. However, that is not stopping him from being involved in the things he loves. WSRH sports reporter Lauren Plancarte introduces us to Hunter Rizzo.
Who will be taking over the duties. He's down there somewhere, I understand, right now.
On October 30th, 2016, Hunter Rizzo was put in a life-changing situation that most 13-year-olds should never have to experience.
My dad just got back from riding the four-wheeler in the mountains, so my brother took it off to unload it, and me and my friend called him to pick us up, and we were driving down the road to go back to the house, and I fell off.
Hunter was trauma-hawked to St. Mary's Hospital, where the doctors informed his family that he only had a 5% chance of surviving the surgeries that he would endure throughout the next couple of months.
They ended up treating me by taking my skull out in the first two surgeries, and when they put it in, it disintegrated, so they had to put metal in. So now I have metal all the way around my head.
Before Hunter's accident, he spent his days playing football with his brother and playing soccer, but because of his life-changing accident, his weekly sports games were put on halt because of the dangers playing contact sports posed to his health. Although Hunter is unable to play football, he still contributes to the world of sports by encouraging the football team in every way possible and acting as a team manager and water boy.
He came up to me and expressed a desire to be with the football team. You know, he wanted to help out, and this was a way for him to be around the team, to just be around the sport. And he shows a general interest in what's going on, not only with the players but also with the coaches. So it was just a way for to get him around the program and to help out in some way.
Hunter continues to inspire the football team as well as many other people in his life in more ways than just one. He teaches them to embrace life, never give up, and always wear a helmet. For WSRH Extra, I'm Lauren Placarte.
One track athlete here at the Ridge is striving for greatness in every way possible, even after struggling in his early high school athletic career. Sports reporter Evan Upson shows us how Kody Phelps never gave up.
Kick out high, break, kick out high, right. He did put time and effort into it from the cross country, so I saw there was a potential for him.
I think Kody's really good at track because he's dedicated to his sport. He never stops, he runs on his own time.
Kody Phelps, an athlete at Seminole Ridge High School, is known for his track abilities on campus.
And I wasn't the best runner, still not the best runner, but I see him doing so well at the track meets and at the cross country meets, and it's just if he can do it, why can't I?
Kody started off around the same time as me, and then just kept on beating me every single year by more and more.
What has molded Kody into the athlete he is today is the setbacks and challenges he overcame.
I got to regionals and was having problems breathing, so then I had to step off and stop running and miss my shot at states.
And he came up short, whether it was an asthma attack, anxiety, whatever it was.
This setback truly hit home for the team and especially for Kody.
I was disappointed in myself, and I just felt terrible.
Despite the setback, Kody never said never to his dreams of making it to states.
Junior year, came back. I started off kind of but then later in the year I started running really good times again, and we got to regionals, ended up making it to state as comeback years.
This season, Kody hopes to perform better than he ever has.
I expect to keep dropping in time.
And I think that this year is even to work a little harder to get to that next level.
Every athlete faces challenges, but it's what these athletes do through these challenges that make them great. We wish Kody and the rest of the track team a great season here at the Ridge. For WSRH Extra, I'm Evan Upson.
After a relatively successful season last year, the Lady Hawks have a new soccer coach. Sports reporter Shelby Garamone has a story.
I love soccer. It was the first sport I started playing, and I couldn't wait to play. So after that, I played. I kept playing.
After previously coaching the boys soccer team, Mr. Wright takes on a new challenge for more reasons than just one.
I didn't want to be the head coach, but to assist at this point, on the Hawks was a pretty cool thing. Honestly, part of my reason to coach was a little bit selfish. It's my last chance to coach my daughter.
Coach Wright's daughter, Kendall Wright, says that she's happy he's back to his old home on the field.
It's actually like a throwback to when I was little. I miss my little U6 coach, but it's more personal than in the past because he knows all the players on a personal level. Most of them are my friends. They've had sleepovers and stuff at my house, and he coached them when they were little.
My daughter's first team was the Hawks. I got to be assistant coach for her back when she her first game back when she was 5. So this was kind of cool, a chance to come back.
Not only does Coach Wright have the opportunity to teach in the classroom, he also brings these teaching skills to the field.
Mr. Wright's definitely more enthusiastic on the field, but he's taught me a lot both as a coach and as a teacher.
Honestly, I try to run the classroom a lot like I do out here. It's just about having certain expectations and having kids try to meet those.
From teaching in the classroom to coaching on the field, Mr. Wright continues to inspire his students as well as his players. For WSRH Extra, I'm Shelby Garamone.
We wish Mr. Wright and the girls soccer team the best of luck this upcoming season. Well, that's it for WSRH Sports. I'm Megan Froelich.
Thanks, Megan. Well, that's it for this episode of WSRH Extra. If you have any story ideas, please tweet us at SeminoleRidgeTV. I'm Evan Stark.
And I'm Rachel Clark. Don't forget to catch the next episode on November 30th at 2:30 p.m.